Hello everyone, welcome to the final stream of Bronze. And goodness gracious me, I'm a little emotional tonight, and I must say I've been skiving, haven't I, since Gold in Portugal and where was he last? In China. Goodness gracious me, yeah, I've literally had me feet up in just enjoying my birthday celebrations, because for some reason I like to extend my birthday celebrations for at least a week then. But thank you very much to Nosy for thank you very much to Nosy then for very much stepping in for me. Cracking race on Sunday, wasn't it? In Gold, then brilliant end of season from Percy, wasn't it? Fantastic stuff indeed. Very impressive stuff from Percy, and I think that is a warning shot for anyone next season for Gold. I cannot wait for that. Then looking forward to that. Then that last minute safety car as well. I had flashbacks from 2021, didn't I? And of course there. I think I also did very well myself in Gold, didn't I? As I think that Alex kept calling Mr. Rage Ginger Rage. If only I was as that good as Mr. Rage. To be honest, you would tell if it was me racing Ginger Rage, because I would have gone left coming out the pits instead of right. Anyway, yes, hello everyone. Welcome to the last stream then for me on 2022. And I must say, am I emotional? I think I am, to be honest, because yeah, this hasn't been the best game in the world, has it? But I'm really, you guys have kept with it from a point of view where it's been a very difficult game to be a part of sometimes, hasn't it? There have been some very unusual issues as well. Of course, that one where Dylan had an issue where he just got stuck in turn 3 of Portugal, didn't he? Which was quite funny slash irritating at the same time, really, wasn't it? Because Dylan was very much in the heart of that incredible battle in silver, so that was a bit disappointing from Dylan's point of view. I haven't watched silver yet from last night. But what I do know is that Irvine also took his first Grand Prix win of the season, and that's another warning shot as well. Because I think that Irvine could have and should have had a better season. He's got the talent, hasn't he? But I do think that the ground effect cars may have he may have suffered a bit too, may have suffered a bit much then with the cars potentially. Right then, we're about a minute into this session then, and Echo, Sean, hello, Percy, much love as well. Of course, I've finally got rid of that old that old barrel of bolts and that old laptop. So this stream may be a bit dodgy. If it is, then shout at me and I'll try my best. However, hopefully it should be all right, or at least it's kind of plastered together until we get going. Until we get going for real next season. So of course we will be doing season 9 on F1 23, and I've heard some very positive things from F1 23, so I am looking forward to it. I always look forward to an F1 game. I don't really read too much into what goes on and all that kind of stuff, because I always look forward to an F1 game, even if it's absolute boulder dash. I'll still buy it because I love it. I must the word it can. And gotta look on the bright side, it can't be any worse than the worst F1 game I've ever played, which was F1 1998. F1 98, I think it was called. So if anyone's had the misfortune of racing on that game, then this game is far from that kind of caliber. Just watching Echo out on circuit at the moment. The top 3 in the Bronze Championship has been confirmed then. Dynamo Gino, of course, the world champion, with Dynamo Dan in second position, and third position is this man here, Echo. All 3 of those drivers are going up to silver next season, so looking forward to seeing what those drivers can do. But I do feel that this is going to remember back in 2020 in Abu Dhabi, Verstappen really laid down a gauntlet, didn't he, in that end of season race, didn't he? Of what was to come in 2021 and beyond then. So potentially we could see something similar here tonight then. Of course, the rules are not changing too much in terms of the cars for next season. We are still having ground effect cars, but I think the drivability of the cars and the handling should be better. But of course, as I said, this is a potential to lay down the marker. Serious Russia, evening, Sean. Good evening to you, Serious Russia. I'm talking Serious Russia. His fourth in the World Championship. He has also been confirmed fourth as well. Then, so congratulations to Serge Mushroom. New Potato is fifth at the moment. He's got an almighty scrap to himself, and TK fifth and sixth at the moment. So who's going to finish fifth and who's going to finish sixth? New Potato, the first ALR bronze champion. For me, was the favourite at the start of this season. Was New Potato. He has had technical gremlins, hasn't he? He has missed a couple of races, but overall, I think that New Potato will be looking back with a bit of or certainly fondness. I think this season potentially, or maybe not. But he has had the speed this season. But I do feel that he's going to have a good old crack at the championship next season. I am sure of it. Then. Evening or good evening to you, Dynamite Dan. Then you retiring, Dan Echo is asking that. Mark Smith, hello to you, Mark Smith. I don't think we've had Mark Smith in the comments for quite a long time. TK has gone fast at the moment. TK is aiming to get the 10th pole position of the season. Of course, he's got 9 already. He has already broken the record, which was previously held by Energetics back in season 2. So congratulations to TK. However, he has been a bit of our Charles Leclerc in bronze, hasn't he? Where he hasn't, unfortunately, hasn't got the job done in the race trim, has he? With only one Grand Prix win to show for it, and he should have had at least another Grand Prix win, possibly even more than that then. Dynamite Dan is just watching because he's too hungover at the moment. Good, I think he must have had a very heavy bank holiday. I'm tangled up in my cables, that's not good. Sick as muck in third position. I was down to fourth moment. Hassel then returning back to. Well, I don't think he's raced at all this season. So Hassel then just making a brief appearance. Hopefully, might be a full-time seat next season. We never know, but maybe Hassel might get promoted then. So let's find out then. Yes, it was a weekday wedding. Oh goodness me, I must say. We got a returning as well. And of course, I don't think Dale here has not raced this season. I don't think in ALR the division, ALR Championship. I don't think because but he has. I think he did join earlier on the season, but didn't race. But I think he is here tonight and racing then for the Aston Martin team. In terms of constructors, Alfa Romeo do need a 1-2 to get themselves to get in front of Ferrari. That has also been confirmed as well. And Dylan is now back into the pits. Then we've got Vintage with the beautiful salmon pink helmet design there, going a bit wide. I think that this is the first time that we, as ALR, over this week, has raced on this new configuration circuit, isn't it? Of course, they did change it in 2021, but I don't think we got the new configuration until this game, I don't believe, did we? So this is the first time we're racing on this new configuration circuit. You're just sitting there, and there's no chicane anymore. You go barreling down now into the hairpin, and of course, as this part of track does remain unchanged, of course, now, as we now break down from 8th gear into the chicane here, which I must say I need to get my corner map out then. Hang on, let me get my old monologue out. Is it monologue or monocoque? One of those one-eyed glasses, I'm not sure what the Monopoly guy has said. Anyway, enough about that. Then here's the second change on the circuit then, as of course now it is more of a swoop-in left-handed and no Mickey Mouse chicane there anymore. So the lap times are going to be considerably quicker, and because of that, we'll have 1 lap extra of this race, of course, and so it's 29 laps then rather than 28 that it has been in previous years around here. Then, of course, as Vintage goes past Latifi corner, of course, which was quite, which was very much a focal point, wasn't it, in the end of the 2021 season? The Fountain and Echo is going to miss bronze there as he prepares for silver. I do think that Echo would certainly be a regular podium sitter for next season. Maybe even get a couple of race wins as well. Looking forward to silver next year. Silver, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I think silver has been the best league overall. I think we was having a look to see who had the most. It's not only the attendance as well, of course, has been brilliant in silver. As we've got like 6 or 7 drivers that have done 100%, and that includes Reflections, who has raced in every single race in silver and every single race in the 100% championship as well, which is absolutely sensational. The only other man to do that is Serious Mushroom, who is racing every single race of bronze on a bronze and every single race of 100% as well. So hats off to those two drivers. Absolutely magnificent stuff indeed then. And yeah, brilliant stuff. What an achievement. I'm absolutely at awe of that. That's magnificent stuff to see. Vintage just coming back into the pits as well. Then, of course, we've got 10 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Then it's kind of got an end of field. It's kind of like end of school term, isn't it? Here tonight in Bronze End. In a Bronze End, as we just now get into the final part of the circuit change, as well as they widen these corners there under the hotel, which hopefully will also improve the overtaking as well. And as you can see then, and they've changed turn 20, which I think is now turn 15, I believe. Here comes Sickers Muck out of the final turn, and Sickers Muck improves by 10th per second. He is on the medium compound tires. He's doing a race run here. I think Sickers Muck may have been a late entry into bronze tonight, so this is a race run there for Sickers Muck. We're leaving two for those. Dill has just gone into a very fine fast in the first intermediate split time. Well, his personal best, I should say that. Duncan Dave or Dukanko, depending on where you come from in the world, or depending if you can actually read, which unfortunately I cannot, so that's why I call him Duncan Dave. And just coming down the hill now. And of course, Serious Mushroom also reminded me every race in his ALR career as well. And I think Serious Mushroom has been a very busy mushroom, as I think he made his, I'm not sure, I need to check the stat book, but I'm sure he made his maiden Grand Prix debut in a gold there earlier on this week as well. And got 2 points as well, didn't he? I think he finished 9th position in the end. Of course, so that is absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. I must admit, I hadn't actually looked at the race review yet, so that might not be the case then, but it was pretty phenomenal there from Serious Mushroom. And also it's great to see DJ Death Dragon then, who of course participated in season 7, which was HDE era last season, and great to see Death Dragon back in the fold as well. Out of the final turn then for Duncan Dave, he goes 6 passes in the Aston Martin there. I've done an appalling job with the championship. We'll talk about that in just a jiffy, I think, then. As the second Aston Martin has spun the car. He has lost the whole of the wing there, which is not very, that's not looking too promising there. These cars are going to be as light as a feather, so hopefully when they fill them up with fuel, fatter fuel later on, they will be a bit more controllable, I think, then. Itemizer, of course, a Grand Prix winner. Won on his debut, didn't he, this season? Now, one of the highlights of the season for me is Itemizer and D-Mac, albeit D-Mac has, I can't even see him on the grid there as he's gone MIA again, unfortunately. Itemizer across the line then, and is going to set a time on the board now. Dill is off the circle again there, and he's very quick, but he needs to string a couple of laps together to get his confidence up for the race itself. Here's Winnie, who your best qualifying performance of 4th, I think it was, in his career in Mexico or something. It's around that area, wasn't it, for Winnie? Hoping to get off the mark then. He hasn't got any points out for the Ferrari. Ferrari can confirm themselves second of the constructors this tonight there with a decent result. It doesn't have to be phenomenal. They just need to outscore Alfa Romeo by 9 points then. We have got Swanshanks out there at the moment, who is down the back end of the circuit. So let's see what Swanshanks can do. Echo and Jinner will be starting from the back of the field. Of course, as a bit of a hopefully a nice send-off then for those drivers. I am looking forward to bronze next season, though, isn't it? Because yes, those 3 drivers are getting promoted then, but we got Serious Mushroom, New Potato, TK, Marski, Styles, Itemizer, Sick as Mug, Vessier, Brooksy, Vintage, Duncan Dave, Kiki, Cass, Swanshanks, Scuba Stew, and Winnie, all very much going to be vying for that top spot in the championship for next season at the very least. Swanshanks has completely missed the first turn there, and I think that I'm not sure if he's looking down at his dashboard, but that was quite surprised that he missed that turn by quite a long way. Winnie going 5th fastest at 2/10 seconds behind Swanshanks, but a great time there from Winnie. We got about half the session left in this one before the race starts itself, and I've got indigestion there, which is not a good thing, probably because I've had too many mini rolls before the start of this stream then. Just watching Hassau, who is cruising down the back straight with the DRS wide open, the drag reduction system. So we'll see how that one goes. And of course, tomorrow night, our final race of the season in 100% in our final ever stream of ALR for F1 22 at the Imola circuit. At the Imola circuit as well. Then I think anyway. Hang on, I think I've tripped up here, hasn't I? I got to have a look at the calendar. 1 second. Let me lean forward. We got two Haas cars getting very close to each other. It's the Italian Grand Prix, not the Imola Grand Prix. I apologise profusely for that one. Shocking behaviour indeed. Then Hassan is also doing a race run, by the looks of things, similar to what. Oh, I love these helmet designs, aren't they? Very nice indeed. Similar to what Sick as Muck was doing earlier on. Then just watching Kiki going into turn 2 and 3. Then turn 3 can be quite a corner that we can really catch you up. Then Alpine sideways there. Dynamo Dan is saying, and Swanee Echo is saying, and with some sad faces there. And I think that I'm not sure if that's into the turn 1 incident, or if Echo wanted Swanshanks to probably break onto the front row of the field. Ferrari is having an issue. There's only one Ferrari out there, which is winning at the moment in a new part of the circuit. I'm sure it's a new part of the circuit, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm sure this is the first time we've raced on this configuration of the circuit in championship before, anyway. As we come down the pass, the support paddock there, 3 minutes ago in this, well, 4 minutes ago in this qualifying session. My helmet design is based on Smithy's profile pic in Discord. As the look sparks are coming out from underneath the gearbox of Kiki. McLaren, unfortunately, whatever they do tonight, they will have the lowest amount of points ever in an ALR championship season there. So that is very disappointing for the McLaren team. They've just had a lot of troubles this season, the McLaren team, haven't they? However, I think that Kiki has started to get a handle on this car. He's had 2 pole positions this season, Kiki has. He's got a 5th position at the moment. So the things are looking up for Kiki, and they are looking up for Scooby Stew as well. As I do feel that Scooby Stew has really started to tame this car. Serious Mushroom's done some. This is first qualified, I think, of the season, isn't it? Well, he's gone into 3rd fastest then, Serious Mushroom has, and he's caught me very much by surprise, Serious Mushroom has, because I usually parks it by now. I love the helmet design indeed. That we can't see Echo's helmet design until the race itself. But the helmet design, of course, Echo has been doing a lot of very much a Sebastian Vettel-esque helmet tribute this season, as he has been having all kinds of different helmet designs, of course, over the season. And I think that to this one tonight is going to be an extra special one to the admin who have Smith might remember. It's very hard to very hard to forget. But no, very hard to remember that Smithy Almighty, this is his first season as an admin, and I think he's done a fantastic job. He really has indeed. That much better than me, as at least he knows how to make the lobby, how to start a lobby. Like me, the only other time I've ever hosted an ALR event was a couple of seasons ago, and I was there for ages trying to work out how to start the lobby. There we go. And I also decided to put sim damage on as well, but that's because I'm cruel. I did actually. That just shows how much I read the rules, doesn't it? By the way, of course, if you enjoy the action, then of course, and you like to take part, then of course you can join ALR through the Discord link, which will be up in the comments momentarily. Discord, if anyone doesn't know what Discord is, by the way, I certainly didn't when I first started playing started being a part of the League Racing or Championship Racing. I didn't know what Discord was at all. Of course, it is a place for where the drivers, where you can, it's like an online gaming server thing, really, and it's an app where you could go and just chat to other gamers and on serious things on similar things that you like. Then, of course, in this case, Formula 1, of course. And most of the comments this season in ALR, well, to be honest, there's actually been a lot about football, to be honest, this season. But I'd like to forget the football. Mainly Chelsea's appalling season, Liverpool's appalling season, Arsenal's bottle. Oh no! And Duncan Dave. Love the drift, by the way. I got to say, he did a very good job not to hit anything there, Duncan Dave. But that is hit this time and the next time gone. Then the highest he's going to be on the grid now is 11th on the grid. And that is a blow indeed then for Duncan Dave. So that's a big shame now for the Aston Martin team and for Duncan Dave himself. And I think that just kind of sums up Duncan Dave's season. And another driver who I feel has struggled with the getting to the grips end with these ground effect cars, but another driver I hold in very high esteem. And I do feel that we're going to see Duncan Dave back to the sharp end of the field. And Dill on his first appearance of this season has gone 7 passes. Lovely stuff. And we've just got an Alpine coming through the final turn. I think it's like Tomazar who's actually coming to the pits there. So that's his job done and dusted then. So it's Russia. I thought I'd go out and shock you. You certainly did. I almost dropped me Hamroll. Goodness me. Checker flag is fallen. Fallen. Oh my word. Winnie's gone wide then, of course. Track limits on the final turn now is a bit brutal there, is it? Certainly for Winnie. And unfortunately, I don't think Winnie was improving anyway. But he's down in 8th position, which, well, I say down in 8th position. That's a very good time there for Winnie. I'm looking for that second Alpine, which I've completely missed. As Marsky, who's gone 7th fastest. Good stuff indeed there for the AlphaTauri. Of course, the AlphaTauri are the Joint Constructors champions. Congratulations to them. Vintage has found a second in the second split time now. That's a great time now. He's gone 10 fast and in front of the former Grand Prix winner. Item, that's a mega time indeed then. Well, the second McLaren of Kiki has invalidated this time, so he's not going to improve. Swan Shanks is out of deployment, and unfortunately he's also out of time to set another time. Then Vessier has had issues there. Serious mushrooms in the pits, and TK has gone fastest still into the 23s, and he's on pole position then for the 10th time this season. What about New Potato though? He has got something to say. I think Vessier may have as well. Here, no, he's 2/10 of a second down. He abandoned this time. Vessier hasn't abandoned his though. Out of the front. Well, he's a bit further back. So it's TK for the 10th time, and I knew he already had the record, but now he's extended that record. 10 pole positions in a single season for him and the Haas team. Pole position there for TK. Can he get his second win of the season then? I think for TK, that is the challenge now, isn't there? It's qualifying trim, second to none this season. But, of course, it's the races where it just seems to go a bit skew-whipped, doesn't it? But TK on pole position then for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix by half a second. That is a mega lap from TK. We didn't see it on the broadcast, did we? But it must have been an absolute flyer, incredible lap there with New Potato second and Serious Mushroom in third position. The Haas 1-3 here tonight there. What a start then for the Haas in this event then. Anyway, let's quickly take a look at the drivers and the constructors standing, shall we? Let me go over all my notifications first, though, because that's going to distract me. Oh yes, lovely stuff indeed. Right, so Jinner, who's the world champion then for bronze, season 5 world champion for bronze. Congratulations there, Dynamo Dan, absolutely splendid season then, and of course I think it's no commiserations to Dynamo Dan, but that is going to make absolutely that's going to make no difference for Dynamo Dan at the moment, because he's going to be absolutely gutted there, as he was leading a lot of the season as well, and he was very much nipping away at that championship, wasn't he? But unfortunately just came up slightly short this season. Echo, brilliant season for Echo there, in third position as well, and so many podiums as well. He's just been so consistent, as he fast and consistent. And remember what the defensive prowess of Sergio Perez, hasn't he, over the season? Brilliant stuff indeed there. Serious Mushroom in fourth position now, confirmed fourth as well for Serious Mushroom there. I think that's his best season in terms of championship position in his career. Of course, I think he finished 5th in silver in season 2, didn't he? But today in season 5 in bronze, he's 4th. New Potato in 5th position there. 6th position, TK. Marsky in 7th. Hungry Stars there. Unfortunately, unable to race tonight. But of course, we wish him well then. We're looking forward to see him on the grid next season. Itemizer in 9th. Sickersmuck in 10th position. 11th is D-Mac. Vessier, can he get in front of D-Mac in 12th position? Brooksy in 13th. 14th is Vintage. Duncan Dave down in 15th with Key Kiki and Kaz and Swanshanks all on 24 points there. Can any of those drivers, can Kiki or Swanshanks break out of there and get into 50th position? Of course, Kaz is unfortunately working tonight then. We got Scooby Stew and Winnie 19th and 20th in the World Championship. In the Constructors' Championship, it is Alpine who have won the Constructors' Championship. Of course, this is the only constructor where it has not been an AlphaTauri that's won the Constructors' Championship. They've been absolutely blitzing, haven't they, the rest of the championship? Been magnificent stuff indeed. Ferrari in second position, as I mentioned, Alfa Romeo needs at least a, they need a 1. They need a first position at the very least. Plus, they need to outscore Ferrari by 9 points. Ferrari just needs to score 9 points in that second position is theirs. Third is the Alfa Romeo team. Red Bull only 18 points away from the Alfa Romeo. We'll keep an eye on that. Haas, can they get themselves back up into fourth position? They're only 7 points away from the Red Bull. They can potentially get third, but it would be a bit of a long shot, I think. But however, if they finish first and third, they are technically, well, actually, they'll miss out slightly because Red Bull are actually second. Sixth position is the AlphaTauri team, 10 points away from the Haas team. Mercedes are 7th. Then we have Williams in 8th position, and 9th is the Aston Martin. Aston Martin, and they need to break into the 100-point mark. Then is that that's officially, I think, the 5th worst points tally out of any championship in ALR on 87 at the moment. And McLaren, as I mentioned, the worst points tally in history ever of ALR. But unless, of course, they score big tonight, I think they have to score about 20 points then or something like that. I think they need to be in at least the 90s, actually. Something like that. Or, no, I think the 80s, sorry, or 70s. I don't know. I can't remember what the number is now. I should have looked that up before I came on, shouldn't I, really? But there we go. Fail to prepare to fail, or something like that, isn't it? I can't remember what the saying is, and I've got to get going, don't I? Soft tires out for Marsky. Everyone else on the hard tires, apart from New Potato, Serious Russia, Swanshanks, and Dylan. New Potato alongside him on row 1. Then third position is Serious Russia, his best before qualified before the season. Vester in 4th, Swanshanks in 5th, Key in 6th position, Marsky in 7th. Watch him fly. Dylan in 8th. Winnie Great in 9th position, Vintage 10th, Itemizer 11th, Sickers Monk 12th, 13th is Duncan Dave with 14th Hassan, Sloppy seconds 15th, Dynamo Dan 16th, 17th Scooby Stew, the world champion is 18th, 19th position is the man who finished 3rd. Look at that Red Bull of New Potato, he wants to come across there, that Haas, and the lights are gone, and we are going for one more time here in Abu Dhabi, and the Haas car gets a good start. New Potatoes on the outside, the AlphaTauri is on the inside there. There's cars off in the background. One of the Ferraris there who's got a bit wide there. I think that was Winnie. It was Winnie then. And we're going through turn number... Oh, that's the Jenna there waving at the... and Scooby Stew is retired from the race there. And goodness me, what's happened? Scooby Stew off in turn 2 then and ends a disappointing season now for Scooby Stew, unfortunately. And I have a feeling that the game will probably be uninstalled as soon as he quits the session there. Scooby Stew out of the Grand Prix, and that is a shame then for the McLaren driver. Kiki is up to 10th position, or is he? Because Winnie is coming alongside him, and that Mercedes team up the inside as well. Who's that off the circuit? That's Marsky, who's having issues there. Here, remember, he's on the soft tires, and there's a Ferrari of Winnie and Kiki are going side by side down the back straight then into, I think it's turn 10. It is turn 10 then. Serious Musher has dropped down to 4th position, and Sloppy Seconds is up to 9th position already. How is Sloppy Seconds going 9th position? That's ridiculous there from the Sloppy Seconds, the reserve driver. McLaren has gone very wide. Then Key is in at 6th position. We've got yellow flags in the background. Dynamo Dan's off the circuit. The Ferrari's at the inside there. Oh, and there's contact there with Sickers Monk there. Steven on the inside. He's on the inside. Key there is absolute drama here. Gone wide into the TV corner. And there's absolute chaos there because Hassan's off. Itemizer is off the circuit as well. Going into the final turn then as Jenner is up into 30th position. Echo is following back then. Itemizer, I think he hasn't got damage there. No, it's Hassan and Hassan on the outside there and going past Itemizer. Dynamo Dan down in 70th position. He's having a look then on the inside. This is going to get squeezy here. Itemizer using the bit of track we haven't rented here this weekend, and he is through and up into 50th position. Jenner and Dynamo Dan fighting into turn number 4. I think that is. So before he gets onto the back straight. And look at the gap behind them because of all the shenanigans on the opening lap. Vintage has lost out to Marski on board with the Alpine car. And you can see Duncan Davis got quite a slippery car down that back straight. And in the background, that's a Red Bull of Hassel challenging one of the Ferraris. One of the McLarens, I think it is there. No, then it's one of the Ferraris there. And now we got Duncan David, who is going to have to now defend from the man who's third in the World Championship there with the beautiful the helmet dedicated there to the admin of Smith Your Mind. He's done a superlative job this season. And flying on the inside as well. And up into 13th position does go Echo. Then Duncan David then dropping down into 14th position there. And that's a very entertaining start, and TK leads the way. Then, as you can see, as the sun is beginning to set here on this day to night race, then, and look at this, and very much all over the gearbox now is New Potato on TK. And New Potato, of course, the first ALR bronze champion. Unfortunate that he did not get Swan Shanks. Oh no! And he's off the circuit there, and he spins the car around, and oh goodness me, Swan Shanks had a very good qualifying. He's damaged the car, and that is a nightmare for Alfa Romeo. If they want a chance to get into second position in the Constructors' Championship, that's going to be a long shot now. It's the back of the front. DRS has not been enabled yet. That's down into turn now. Don't know where it is, 5 or 6 or 7, somewhere along those lines. TK is going to have to get defensive here, isn't it? Because Vessier is also all over the back as well. Vessier, who has been very quick in the last couple of races, especially in the last 5 or 6 races here in bronze there, and very much there from the gauntlet down and up the inside goes New Potato, takes the lead here in Abu Dhabi. He's going to cut across though, because TK is back in there here, and my goodness me, this is a preview for next season. He's out of the race there, and TK with a 10th position of the season. That's a humongous smash there. No safety car yet, but they were going side by side, and my goodness me, and wow, that's unfortunate for TK, isn't it? No safety car yet. It's just a VSC for now. They were going side by side into the fast kinks of Abu Dhabi, and unfortunately that has ended TK's race. He's out of the Grand Prix. Did he deserve more space there? Did New Potato squeeze him a bit there? That is the question that will definitely is going to be asked in the steward's room, I think, after this one. Swan Shanks is into the pits, and he would like to have a safety car here, wasn't he? Couldn't go anywhere, had no space, is what TK is saying then, and TK out of the Grand Prix then before he really got going in this one. Now VSC has now been thrown away, and we are back racing again. TK out of the race there as TK. Serious Russia saying Gurman, good evening to you, Gurman. Then of course Gurman had a last lap to forget as well on Sunday as well, which you probably do want reminded. But I'm also trying to show that I did watch Gold as well. Albeit I think I was in the pub by that stage. Sloppy seconds up 11 positions already. Sloppy seconds. It's fantastic stuff indeed. Jenner and Winnie, goodness me. And of course we look at the tire strategy now then. So yeah, it's Jenner up 9 positions. Really good stuff indeed. He is on the hard tires. Marski, who had a pretty disappointing start, is now all of a sudden is having a 5th position. Echo on the outside, the champion. My word, then, and that is a statement of intent there. Jenner's lost out as he had a lot of dirty out on the front wing, and that probably didn't help him with the understeer from the Alpine car, and because of that, then he lost out then to Winnie. But Echo putting the manners on the champion here. Goodness gracious me, and I think that that is definitely maybe a statement of intent then for next season. Hello there, General Chazza. Welcome to the stream. And having a look then is the Alpine having a look into turn 1 this time. Oh my word, as he was a bit too acute then into turn 1, and Jenner's going to have to back out there as Winnie had the race in line. Oh my word, Duncan Davis now back in this action as well now. Echo up into 9th position now then. So New Potato leads now by 1.3 seconds on medium tires. He needs to get on with it now with Vessier in second, who's on the hard. Serious Mushroom on the medium at the moment now. Sloppy seconds is absolutely flying out there at the moment, isn't he? Sloppy seconds, though, very quick, but his end substance does seems to be lacking sometimes there for Sloppy seconds. But currently in 4th position. I think he did have a strong finish last time out in... Where was he last week? I think it was China, wasn't it? it? Or was it Portugal? No, it was China, wasn't it? Here goes Echo then, who is now all over the back of Vintage after only 5 laps. Echo up to 9th position, Ginner up to 7th position there. Of course, we've only had 2 retirements. TK out of the race, then Scooby Stew out of the Grand Prix as well then. So that is unfortunate for both those two drivers who probably wanted to go a bit further in this race than what they have done. So that is a disappointing blow indeed. Swan Shanks down in 17th at the moment. As we have got Lecky F1 then. How do I go about joining this league? This looks really good. Well, thank you very much then. To join this league, that hopefully one of the admins will throw a link, the Discord link into the chat there, and you can join from there, of course. So of course, we do run all the Formula 1 leagues from ALR on the Discord. Oh my word, sloppy seconds, as I mentioned, and it's all source, no substance, unfortunately, for sloppy seconds. And unfortunately, it has got a bit sloppy there, hasn't it? For sloppy seconds, down in 10th position now on those hard tires. That he hasn't got any damage, I don't think, in the Williams, so he should be okay. However, Stalls is not going too happy there, is he? He's going to be furious with sloppy seconds there for spinning the car. Dill is now into 4th position there, so he is having a great opening stint to this Grand Prix then. And there is the Discord link now on cue there from Knowlesy, and he has thrown it in there straight away. Thank you very much, Knowlesy. From your good friend Mr. Rage. So now at the inside then of Marsky then, and I wish I was Mr. Rage, I really do. Dylan on the outside of, Marsky on the inside. I don't know where I'm talking about now. So there's me trying to be funny, and I completely forgot what I was doing. Yeah, end the season celebration there. Get the bubbly open, I say. Get the bubbly open. A bit of sparkly water there. By the way, thank you very much for all our new subscribers as well. In 507, we're absolutely loving that. Of course, our target was to get 500 by the end of the season, and so yeah, really good stuff indeed. Then, thank you very much. Thank you very much, mate. Great job on commentary too. I could do one thing at a time, my good sir. So that was luckily that was one of the admins there who does all the magic, because I don't know how to use a computer, to be honest. We're just watching. Sick as muck then all over the back of Marsky here as he goes down. We got sloppy seconds there, who's had an off again, and he has, oh goodness me, and I've Sick as muck has lost out then to Marsky's lost out to Sick as muck. I'll get there eventually. He does have DRS, and of course is that Dill gave these two DRS then, so he can now come back out to the Mercedes driver down into turn 5. Not quite then. AlphaTauri then of course has been absolutely magnificent this season. I think they've had the most points in the joint constructors history this season. They have been magical. They really have indeed. Then broke into the 4-digit mark before we even got past Japan, I think it was. That was absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Ginner now past Vintage and moves up into 8th position there, and that was very close to the front wing there. Ginner is. He could have got a puncture if things didn't go his way then, but Ginner now to 8th position there. Winnie also into the points as well, and thank you very much to Leaker F1 then, who has joined the Discord. So we welcome you very much indeed then, as we look at a gentleman called Potter for next season, as he could be a major factor in next season's championship, of course. But that's next season, then. We're talking about this season, then. New Potato then leads the way, then. Of course, it's the final race of the season, and here in Bronze. Tomorrow night, we go to Italy for the Temple of Speed in Monza, then. 53 laps around there. That's a full 100% league that we run. Of course, next season now it does determine on which event we'll be running on Wednesday night. So keep your eyes peeled then on social media and Discord and all the other malarkey that ALR has on the social media platforms. And you can see the deal is trying to break the slipstream here, but Sick as muck is absolutely flying through at the moment. They're going on the outside. You'll have the inside here. Go for the old switcheroo, but Dill is having none of that. So Sick as muck has overtaken him off the track there. He may have to get that position back, because I feel that that was off the circuit. That may be illegal, but it looks like he hasn't given the position back just yet, unless he's been a bit shrewd about this. But it doesn't look like he only has 15 seconds to do so, and he hasn't given that position back. I'm surprised by that, because I thought that the race control would have noted Sick as muck straight away on that one, because he was well off the circuit, I felt like, anyway. But maybe I just need to adjust my Specsavers glasses as we come out of the TV turn. into 15 and 16. Then New Potato's got a 3-second lead. Then that is absolutely escalated with great proportions in the last couple of laps or so, whilst we've been watching about the action down the field. Then lap 9 out of 29 here in this one. Then of course, both championships have been wrapped up then. This is a more for pride, I think, then. And of course, there's a couple of positions in the championship which has not been determined yet either. Oh, Jinner, who is the championship, won the championship last time out in China, has just come back onto the circuit, but he has had a spin now, and dropping down the order, Jinner has there, and he is behind, Dynamo Dan has dropped down to 15th as well, unbeknownst to me there. So Dynamo Dan, who's not driving on full beans either then, because he has had a wedding celebration on the weekend now, and I think he is feeling a bit worse for wear. Probably would rather be anywhere else but in that Ferrari now, but hats off to you for coming in and having a go. Versier is lost out because because Cirrus Mushroom up into second position there. Remember, Cirrus Mushroom almost won this Grand Prix back in season 2 of Silver, I think it was. And of course, I think a late safety car absolutely broke Cirrus Mushroom. It wasn't season 2, I think it was season 4 maybe, or season 3 of Silver, but it was season 3 I think it was. But yeah, late safety car absolutely robbed Cirrus Mushroom of his second Grand Prix win of his career in Silver. He had that, of course, he was the man that broke the Haas domination back in season 2, didn't he? When Liam Yang German was very much ruling the roost in Silver back then, weren't they? But now he's driving for the Haas team as well, and I have a feeling, but he's got everything crossed. He doesn't want to drive for the Haas next season. The grid lineup does get determined by a driver draw, which will be coming out momentarily in between this game and the new game. So keep your eyes peeled on social media as well. Dill is in the pits and got onto the hard tires. That should do 19 laps comfortably, I feel, than the hard tires should. For the Aston Martin, Marsky is right behind it. And Marsky would like to have jumped out in front of Dill, to be honest. So he's going to be a bit disappointed with that. Swanshanks, unfortunately, is a bit behind the 8 ball after having issues earlier on this race set. But Cirrus Mushroom still keeping that position there. But Jinner has got past Hassel, I think it's Hassel, isn't it there? And Jinner now back up into 9th position now. So good stuff indeed there for Jinner, but he's now going to have to defend from Hassel, sloppy seconds, and Itemizer. Itemizer a bit beyond the 8 ball as a Dynamo down there. I think the hangover is really striking him at the moment there as he's having issues there. Unfortunately. Dynamo Dan is down in at 16th position now. Of course, talking of hangovers, and I think we also need to wish the Gold admin Farf a very happy 45th birthday. So, happy birthday to you, Farf, then. I hope you're... Oh, no, goodness me. Well, I don't mean know about Farf's birthday, but it is... oh, no, then. For this man, Itemizer, who spins the car back around and has now recovered. But as he got damaged there, well, he's only done 9 laps on those tires. His tire down there, sneaking through. And Itemizer has spun the car and he's gone into the back there of the barrier. And Itemizer having a bit of a nightmare there, unfortunately. Hassel now all over the back of Jinner. He will have DRS down this back straight then. Irvine, of course, a Grand Prix winner in Silver last night. Then I haven't watched the stream back just yet, but I will be doing it as my late night viewing when I go to bed, which will probably be in an hour's time. Hassel then in a 10th position at this moment. They couldn't catch Jinner on that straight then, but we do have DRS on this next straight then. Hassel then just going over the curves and a drive, and now going down into turn number 10, I think it is. Itemizer coming out of the pits now on medium tires, that he may need a safety car now, unfortunately, as now then he is on the inside there. Jinner is staying on the outside, and where's Echo then? Of course, Echo, another driver that has been flying through the field and moving himself up into a very comfortable 5th position. Contact there between Hassel and Jinner, and goodness gracious me, and Jinner's had to back out of it there and drop down. Oh, and that's who's that? That's Duncan Davoff, who spun the car, and Hassel is under all mighty amount of pressure now because Sloppy Seconds and does the second Alpine has gone around. And both Alpines are not liking the end of this lap here as both of them are spun on the final couple of corners here, and I've really stubbed my toe, and that hurts. Sloppy Seconds is now into ninth position. He was as high as third or fourth in the Grand Prix earlier on there, but he's down in that ninth position at the moment. So he's now having a look there, but no dice at the moment. What about Vesio then? He is close to Serious Mushroom, but it's not close enough on the first back straight. What about the second back straight as well? And I've just knocked my bottle of Coke over as well. Shocking behaviour. That's why I should always drink water. We have got Vesio all over the back now of a Serious Mushroom. As Sloppy Seconds there has passed quite easily by the looks there of Hassel there. For goodness gracious me. That's a very impressive overtake there. Sloppy Seconds got some serious pace in that Williams car. My word there, and I think that there ain't going to be no comeback there for Hassel because Sloppy Seconds has just gone off into the distance there. Golly gosh there. Marski currently in 12th position now. Duncan Dave down in 13th, unfortunately on a spin earlier on. And now his teammate's only a second back, and his teammate into the pits comes Vesio then. No, Serious Rusher into the pits then after 12 laps then. Remember that the hard tires would take slightly longer to fire up there, but here comes Serious Rusher into the pits now then. Let's see then what the Haas mechanics do then. Yep, onto the hard tires of course then. Is it a slick pit stop? It is. It's slicker than Rick as he comes out of the pits there. We have got the second Aston's off now as well. My golly gosh, what's going on here? Serious Mushroom's going to be out near the back of Kiki here. And that's going to be disappointing for Serious Mushroom because he would like to have had a clean track. However, he will be slow in the opening two sectors here because he's got to get these tires up to temperature now, Mushroom does. He is very much in it to get a podium here. Is he in it to win it? New Potato, I think, does have quite a comfortable buffer at the moment. But never say never in ALR. Anything can happen in Grand Prix racing, and it usually does, as the great Murray Walker said quite a lot there. And it almost very much did that. Itemizer's got a 3-second penalty, whilst Hassel is taken way too much curve there, and has really sent him off the circuit. Jinner recovering down in 11th position. Currently on the points at the moment there. Serious Mushroom is in front of him on merit as well because he has come into the pits there. Jinner has not actually, has he? Goodness gracious me, Jinner has not come into the pits yet. He still needs to make a stop then to comply with the rules. Into the pits comes our race leader. So New Potato coming down then to just 50 miles an hour. The Red Bull mechanics are ready to go then. Car 25, the first ALR bronze champion there. Now onto the hard tires until the end of the Grand Prix. And he is now going to go under the circuit. Jinner's got the 3-second penalty. Is that the first 3-second penalty of the race? I don't think Winnie may have one as well. But it's certainly the first one that I've noticed. That is New Potato navigating his way out of the pits. And this is an important part of the race. This is why New Potato is going to be very... Serious Mushroom's back in the pits. What's happened there to Mushroom? This is an absolute travesty. And he's had a problem there with the nose cone there, and the Haas driver is gonna be devastated with this. He was in third position, and that extra pit stop has ruined his race. Oh my word, and that is devastation there for Serious Mushroom, because I do feel that he was very much in a podium place, and I do think that the top three was certainly breaking away there and possibly couldn't have been caught by the rest of the field. So that's absolute devastation now. Vintage in a very superb fourth at the moment. He's gone to the radar ever so slightly, Vintage has. Here's New Potato, who's certainly going to be the focus of our race there. And he's up the inside, passes Winnie. And there he goes, and Winnie there right onto the gearbox of New Potato there. New Potato then, of course, is this is his first lap out of the pits on those hard tires, so they're not going to be as warm as Winnie's is. So, so he's got to be a bit careful when he has, and I think that New Potato's also got to be wary of the Ferrari driver as well, because the Ferrari driver, because of course the braking distance will be completely different there, won't they, in terms of, look how much they fly around turn 15 and 16 there. Very, very, it's so impressive, isn't it? I'm surprised Drops don't spin around there all the time. Of course, New Potato's got to be had to be very wary of the Ferrari driver, because, of course, he had tyres that were very much fired up and raring to go, and the braking distance would have been quite different there. Dill is just had issues there. He's still on these medium tyres there. Serious Mushroom then is now got to do 14 odd laps on those medium tyres. is doable, but that's not what New Potato wanted, really, is it? Because that extra 20 to 25 seconds or so in the pit lane is basically costing him a podium. He can still get some points in this race, and he's going to be quite quick here for the remainder of the race, because those medium tires should be quick for the majority of this final stint, but that is not ideal at all. As we've now seen Sloppy Seconds get past her, Hassal has just snuck through as well. I was wondering where he'd gone there, but Hassal has just completely snuck through, and now he's going to have 2 into 1 here, and he's done it magnificently. But where he is, look at this, and Sloppy Seconds on the inside then, and of course, no, oh my word, and Sloppy Seconds and Winnie have come together, and I think that the Sloppy Seconds may have, did he get a bit spooked there from the Red Bull driver, or it was Hassel, wasn't it? 3 second oh, that's a problem for Vessier. 3 second penalty for Vessier. Into the pits comes Echo and Sickers. That's the safety car for the incident between Winnie and Sloppy Seconds there. Hassan's got a 3 second penalty as well. Goodness me, these are very cheap penalties to give away when, oh goodness me, and look at this, and a Sloppy Seconds are asking the Ferrari to go, and a 5 second Sloppy Seconds. I wonder if he's lost his cool a bit there with the Ferrari driver. However, I think the Ferrari driver Winnie was an innocent bystander, and I have made a major rookie mistake. I forgot to charge my phone. Hopefully the 15% will get me to the end of this race. Into the pits comes Sloppy Seconds, and it wasn't Winnie's fault. There was, of course, Sloppy Seconds. I'm sure it's that gun, that wheel gun was hovering. Now, goodness gracious me, they have some incredible voodoo down in the Williams pit lane, don't they? Goodness gracious me, a bit of Houdini there. Out of the pits is when the Aston Martins and Cirrus Mushroom is in that position there. So Cirrus Mushroom, it's not too bad, is it? But I think it could have been a lot better there. Vessier has not caught the safety car yet then, so Vessier may come out in the lead here. So this is perfect there. This is a nightmare for New Potato though, because New Potato did have the net lead in this Grand Prix before the pit stops were happening. So New Potato has been a big fall guy here, hasn't he there? And that is a disappointing indeed. That Echo and Sickers Monk have really gained time, and so is Vessier as well here. Into the pits now comes the race leader, Vintage up in the 4th position as well. Great stuff indeed there. Great stuff indeed there. Dill's got a 3 second penalty as well. Ferrari mechanics are ready for someone. Is it Winnie or is it Dynamo Dan then as they come out of the pits now then? Thumbstick slipped out of my hand. Oh goodness me, so Serious Mushroom there. That is the reason for the damage there. We see him come back into the pit lane. So Serious Mushroom now, that mistake there may have cost him a podium here, but the safety car may be able to bring him back into play here. We're going to take stock in a minute then once all this kerfuffle settles down in this one then. Remember that this is the final 12 laps or so on F1 22 for majority of these drivers then. I think this is my last stream, I think, as well then, from 22 as well. And as I mentioned then, it's not been the best game in the world, I'd say. As I was looking at my time I spent on this game, and it's exactly, well, not exactly, it is approximately half of how much time I spent on F1 21. I think F1 21 I was like on 700 odd hours to be, gosh, I'm a nerd. But Sloppy Seconds back in the pit set. And that's a 5 second penalty then for the incident now with Winnie. But on this game, I've only done like 300 odd hours there. So make of that what you will then about the game itself. But it hasn't. Then it's not the best in the world, is it? So we are looking forward to a much changed 2023 then, of course, and for season 9 then. And hopefully, if season 9 is a success, then season 10 will be a very good success as well then. Which of course that's after Christmas, of course. Goodness gracious me, I'm wishing our lives away. And that shouldn't be the case, should it? Let's enjoy here and now, as this is the end of season 8, and I think it's been a classic, hasn't it? All the way up and down the divisions there, all the way up and down the championships, hasn't it? Of course, a Mortor with this absolute domination of the 100% format, brilliant stuff indeed. Nigel, of course, been brilliant all the way through the silver season, hasn't he? With the likes of Banjo and then Equals and Ultimate Beast challenging him out through various stages of the season, and of course lately Dylan as well has been a very fine, been a very fine addition to silver, and really showing some mettle in that championship. Gold as well. We have had an absolute one of the classicest, one of the best championship fights we've had in years in gold, between Troy, and then on various parts of the season between Troy, between Percy and Boxall, between Boxall and Troy, between Troy and Percy, and it has been a great fight indeed. And unfortunately, Percy did drop by the wayside towards the end of the season, and Boxall, of course, unfortunately, was at the championship just after China, which was such a shame there. But still, it's been an absolutely incredible season, hasn't it, indeed, then, of course. So Troy, I think the aim for Troy for gold next season is whether he can be the first man in, the first driver in ALR to win back-to-back championships on 2 different games. And so that is Troy's, could be Troy's challenge for next season. No driver has ever won 2 back-to-back championships on 2 different games, and we have only had 2 double champions in the history of ALR. They were Granty in Season 2 and 3, and then it was Emerson in Season 4, and that incredible dominating season of Season 5. No one has ever won. Oh, goodness me, it's Swanshank's off the circuit there. So no one has ever won. So, for example, Granty's championships came on F1 2020. Emerson's championships came on... Granty's came on 2019, sorry, F1 2019, and Emerson's came on 2020 now. Yes, no driver has ever won two championships on 2 different games then. Of course, we had German who won the championship in Season 6, and then Season 7, Season 7 was Danger Times, and then, of course, this season we had Troy. And to complete the set, of course, Nigel won the first ever championship in ALR then as well. Of course, and then remember, he only made his debut in that season at the Canadian Grand Prix, but Nigel was just so relentless that season in terms of consistency, wasn't he? There were some very fast drivers in Season 1, wasn't there? But it was just Nigel just banging in those podiums every time. Then really incredible stuff indeed. And it was very much the consistent drivers that finished first, second, and third that season, which I think was Hunter, and then I'm sure that it was Dan Murphy who finished third in that season, if memory serves me. At the final turn out, we're back racing there for 10 more laps, and a carbon copy of gold almost, albeit then we got double the laps then, so maybe not at all. So Vestier leads, and he's now got to pull away by 3 seconds there with Sickest Muck second. Echo in third position, Vintage is in fourth there. New Potato is got off to the track, which you don't rent, in fifth. 6 is Kiki. 7th position is Hassel, making his way back through the field with Jinner in 8th position. 9th position is Marsky. Duncan David 10th, and Sirius Rusham, Sirius Pace in 11th position there. Winnie in 12th. Dylan in 13th position there. Having a look there, but no dice at the moment. No DRS yet. It'll be available at the end of the second lap after the safety car has come in. So not next lap, not this lap, not the next lap. The lap after Sloppy Seconds has got past Dynamo Dan. New Potato is past the Vintage. So we got a lot of overtakes going on there. We're just looking to see what happens here. And we got a Winnie there who's also being... oh my gosh, there's gone again. Look at this. Once again, Sloppy. And Sloppy and Winnie coming to blows again here. Now Vintage has lost out to Kiki as well. Oh my goodness gracious me. Sloppy Seconds there is having an absolute war with... oh my gosh, and who is that? Itemizer. I thought he was going to fly to the back of both Ferraris. Contact there. And Diamond that. Oh my goodness me. And he's getting very hair and scare. And of course, I thought he was going to have a carbon copy. Winnie, is he around? No, he isn't. I thought he was going to be pinched by his teammate here. And my goodness me, the gloves are certainly off in there. As Ferrari almost seems to be home and dry in the second of the Constructors' Championship. But Sloppy Seconds there is getting... oh, and that's a Ferrari up. And who's that? That's Winnie off the circuit. And is he damaged the car? He has. That has to be a pit stop. Even with the ground effect on these machines, you still need a bit of aerodynamics, don't you, to turn the car. Oh my word there. So that is unfortunate there for Winnie. He's into the pit, so he's got to be another set of medium tyres there. Duncan David into 10th position at the moment, and it's Sirius Mushing there sniffing around in 11th. We got Marsky just in front of us as well, then Marsky on the hard tyres, and so he's the only driver in the field on the hard tyres, and I did not spot that earlier. Shocking behaviour, really, isn't it? You can tell I'm in summer vacation mode, can't you? Of course, oh my word, and the Duncan Dave almost went to the back of Marsky, and he's crawling back onto the circuit so he doesn't get a penalty then, so fair play there from Duncan Dave. What is going on here? We have got Jenner flying past Vintage there up into 6th position. Williams dropping down to 7th now. Dynamo Dan getting past Duncan Dave as well in 13th position. And look, that Red Bull of Hassan's had a great run. Remember, we've had some great battles around the fast parts of the circuit. We've also had some coming together as well. Under the hotel, of course, I'd love to stay there, but of course, I think that's a bit out of my pocket change, as DRS has now been enabled. And also, the fact is that I think that I'll be burnt to a crisp with how hot it is over here in Abu Dhabi. Hassan hasn't got past Vintage just yet, and he wants to keep an eye on what Jinner's doing here, and that might be Hassan's battle for the remainder of the race and of the steeds. And here, Dill is off the circuit there at turn 1, and he's recovered back up now, but it's dropped down to the back of this crocodile. So sloppy seconds out, and a very adventurous end to the season. As Hassan's got past Vintage, moved himself up into 7th position there. Sloppy seconds all over the back now of the who is that? That's the Aston Martin of Duncan Dave. My goodness gracious me, that is. He is very much pushing Duncan Dave out the hairpin, going into the chicane here. And look at this, as Dynamo Dan has got no DRS there, so he's going to be feeling very vulnerable in this second straight. And oh, that is inch perfect. Echo up into 2nd position, passes Sick as Muck, and he has done a great job today. Echo has once again underlining how incredible he's been this season. Echo has really magnificent stuff indeed there. Let's just take a look. There they are, and yeah, great stuff indeed there for Echo. And I think Sick as Muck is struggling at this stage of proceedings there, but Echo, they're flying now, but he's got to make sure. He's got to now just get out of this DRS, doesn't he, of Sick as Muck there, and he's doing a fine job now, Echo is. New Potato has a... Oh, what's happened there? We got yellow flag, sloppy seconds, who has been a bit sloppy today, hasn't he? Goodness me. As he's come back, he lost an end plate there. That might be the end of sloppy seconds' race, unfortunately, unless there's another safety car. No, he's still got all his pieces there, just about. And there's Winnie, unfortunately, being cut adrift at the back of the pack at the moment. What an action-packed end to this race. And goodness me, I'm already perspiring here. Oh my word, I've got to get me towel to dust myself off. Out of the race then, Scooby Stew and TK, the only 2 retirements so far. Sloppy seconds into the pits. A yellow flag then for Dill, who's down in 50th position. He does have the pace, Dylan does. I think his name is Dylan anyway. I'm sure his Discord's Dylan. He does have the pace, Dylan does, but unfortunately he's had a couple of spins here and there. Well, surprisingly, I thought that Echo was going to pull away from Sick as Muck, but he hasn't been able to. However, the second straight there, I think Sick as Muck is going to be more concerned about New Potato. Here he is on the outside, Sick as Muck there, who flies in there and taking the inside with such aggression there. Sick as Muck is. He's asserted his authority and up into keeps her position, I should say. Wow, magnificent. He was stamping his authority on that one, wasn't he? Echo aiming for his 2nd Grand Prix win of the season and of his career as well in bronze. And now here comes Kiki there, who's trying to have a fine finish for the McLaren team now. Oh my word, I've got a bit of trapped wind now, goodness me, pardon me. And the Aston Martin is up again, is the 2nd Aston Martin. Then we've also got a Ferrari of Dynamo Dan, who is ended the season a bit on a whimper, isn't he, there, as having issues there in Abu Dhabi then, unfortunately, for Dynamo Dan. And who is that off? I'm sure it's in... oh, no, it's all right. I thought it's in the Aston Martin off there. Vestier's now almost got his 3-second gap there. I think that Echo then, who hasn't got any pace left in the Alfa Romeo then, is going to be the question now, as the day is turning into night then here, and it's the same with these seasons as well, as we are approaching the end of this historic season, historic 5th season of bronze here. Sick as Muck, having a look, I think it's more to just antagonise Echo. And Echo there, who might have gone from thinking about the win there to maybe thinking about trying to get 2nd position here, because Sick as Muck is in inspired form at the moment in that Mercedes car. Dylan is now on the soft tires heading to the end of the race, and so is Sloppy seconds there. And Whitney is now in 16th position there. Itemizer off the circuit, and then oh gosh, there, and I think there's been a coming together there, hasn't there, for Itemizer? Bit of a difficult day then for the 2 Alpine cars there, who seem to have been facing the wrong way for about 20% in this race. Unfortunately, it's not been a red letter day for the Alpine team, and Itemizer is off again, and I think his tires are a bit too hot in the background now. The Itemizer out of the race there, and that is I think his car, I think it's just being parked off now then. So So Itemize are out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. Bit of a miserable end to the season there for Itemizer, but I think it's been a successful season for Itemizer. And a man, of course, with the top 3 going up, then Itemizer will have a full season under his belt next season, and I think he is going to be a major factor there. I think all the drivers, all 17 drivers that I listed at the beginning of the beginning of the show, I think all 17 of them has a chance to win the championship next season. Sick as Muck, who is now, this is a good run there for Echo. Echo, I think, is going to be feeling more than a little vulnerable here. He is feeling vulnerable. Let me get that graphic off. And up the inside track position there for Sick as Muck. Echo doesn't fight it because he wants to be in a good position for this second part of this second straight. And Kiki has got past New Potato, and New Potato that has lost out 2 positions here in the matter of moments. And here comes Echo on the outside. Sick as Muck has got up the inside. Echo is flying up the outside. Sick as, and he will have the advantage maybe. But look at this, and they go banging wheels here up between Sick as Muck and Echo. There's contact there, and Sick as Muck is given a 3-second penalty. He's not going to be happy about that. I'm wondering if he may proceed to be forced off the circuit there. Sick as Muck. Then we had an aerial shot there. Thank you very much, sir. I forgot about driver of the day. Shocking stuff indeed. One day I will be a professional, but that will not be this season. Unfortunately, it's too late. Maybe next season. New Potato dropping down into 6th position there at the moment, then, isn't he? So really having a bit of a difficult day there. Goodness gracious me, then. And just as we're just watching an Echo with Sick as Muck, Kiki, and look, Jinner's dropped all the way back now by a second and a half. He's outside the DRS detection zone, and we are going down the back straight once again. Sick as Muck and Echo have got an almighty scrap on now until the end of this Grand Prix. This one is going to be very much cooking, isn't it? Right until the checkered flag. Then Sick as Muck is on the outside here. Oh my gosh! And Kiki almost went to the back of Sick as Muck, and Sick as Muck has gone to the back of Echo here. Goodness gracious me. Wow. And yellow flag, then Kiki is off the circuit, and hats off to Kiki for not going into the... Oh my gosh. And Sick as Muck there just leaned up the inside, charged up the inside, took the position, and oh my gosh, and Sick as Muck, he's off the circuit there. Sick as Muck is and how did no one collect him is beyond me. That is miracle, really. That is miracles very much at work there, isn't it? Unfortunately, whilst that was going on, Kiki has lost major track time as well, and he's down in 8th position now. And I think that Echo may be maybe quite happy with that there, as maybe very happy with that then, because I think that now he's not going to be as Sick as Muck is into the pits, and I wonder if he's going to be a bit furious about those last couple laps. It was getting very fruity, wasn't it? But he's into the pits now. Sick as Muck is done. Let's see, he's kind of getting the fastest lap then for the Mercedes and his team as well. So the driver of the day nominations have come up there, as I was just about to press submit there when Sick as Muck spun. So apologies. Well, I've done it now, so there we go. But as I just got Kiki, who's got past Serious Mushroom down into 8th position. What a shame for Serious Mushroom, because he was very much involved in the podium scrap there until it went a bit awry when his finger slipped off the what's it, the joystick. That's it, the joystick. So that's a bit unfortunate there. So driver of the day vote is up now. Of course, you got Sick as Muck, you got Vessier, and you've got Echo then in the driver of the day. Then outside then, if there's crossplay, I'll be joining the league in August. There's a Kiki off the circuit, and just rejoining now then. So hopefully crossplay will be on there. Of course, it's been very unstable on this game, but I do feel that that's one of the Sal's off the circuit, and oh my word, he's under the hotel there. Duncan Dave did a good job to avoid that hassle there, but he's off the circuit. 3 laps to go here in Bronze, and there's still a lot to play for in this one. Anything can happen. Vessier on course to win his first Grand Prix of his career in Bronze, like Irvine won his, I think that was Irvine's first Grand Prix win of silver as well last night. I'll have to check my notes. And Percy also a commanding win in gold on Sunday. So remember that this is a gauntlet that's being laid down for these drivers for next season, isn't it? And Vessier could be a man that will be very much in the ascendancy for next season. Vessier's now got 67% of the vote. He's through. Jenner is through up into second position there. Of course, Jenner has had a very tough time. Oh, he's almost off the circuit there, and that's going to entice Echo. That is, he's got up DRS now. He's had the appalling run as the Aston Martin out of the race there. Dylan, then we just 3 laps to go. That shouldn't cause a safety car. And he's going on the outside. Echo is out. Jenner's going to go on the inside. Remember, these guys had an incredible battle in Mexico a couple of weeks ago, didn't they? However, no, this is a small 4 bout, a bit of pride and a bit of fun now, I would say. Of course, with the championship all wrapped up. And of course, all these drivers there. Well, Echo is maybe trying to fight to get Alfa Romeo into second in the Constructors' Championship, but they do need a big point score. And with Ferrari not scoring tonight, then we're a miserable day for Ferrari. But yeah, it needs to be they need to have won this race at the very least there. Oh, the final turn, and someone's got a bit of a dodgy exhaust outside my window there. Goodness me, I think I need to clock that up. Vessier, 8 seconds at the moment. What about the penalties I hear you outside? Vessier has a 3-second penalty, but apart from that, he's been commanding this race very nicely indeed. Jenner does have a 6-second penalty here, so I'm wondering if Echo may think about letting Jenner go then and just focusing on New Potato back, who does not have a penalty at all. Hassan has a 3-second penalty, and that currently drops him down out of the point set. Six Muck has a 3-second penalty as well, but I think that might be looked at after the race set. And now Echo, who I thought Echo was being passed there. I was looking at the wrong screen. He's on the outside. Where is Echo? Echo's still on the inside, then giving him just the minute. That's New Potato, that's why. And New Potato trying to get through as well. If it wasn't for the safety car, I think New Potato would probably be leading this race out. But now he's in the thick of things, isn't he? And he's probably going to be cursing that safety car. And look at this, and he's having a look on the inside there. Echo has got a bit of breathing space. Oh no! And once again, it's a carbon copy of what happened between Winnie and Sloppy Seconds there. And Jenner there, who's, what a shame there, what a disappointing way to end the season there. But, oh my goodness me, and look at this, and Serious Mushrooms now into 4th position, magnificent stuff indeed. And same with Vintage, who's now into 5th position as well, but New Potato, is he got damage there? And let's take a look at that Red Bull. He looks like he's wagging his tail there on that Red Bull. Is he trying to make sure it's okay? Is he trying to look to see if it's okay? I'm not too sure at the moment there. And my word there, Kiki there, just having a look as well. Carbon copy of one between Winnie and Sloppy Seconds earlier on the race, didn't they? And Jenner is off the circuit. There's issues there for the Alpine car. Out of the dropping down the order then, Jenner is said he might be able to complete the final lap of what's been a successful season, but Jenner would be very disappointed of how to end that one there. Look at this, and here comes Vintage, and Serious Mushroom is trying to break the toe as Vintage has finished off the season in fine style. Then Serious Mushroom is as well with a very fine drive, but as German sees the funny side sees the amusing side to this one. Then as we got Hassel losing out then to Kiki. I think Hassel is going to be, but look at that, he's gone for the switchback here. Fantastic stuff indeed. I got to keep an eye on the man who's leading this race, and Serious Mushroom, who's also defending as well. These drivers there just love to race and right to the flag there. However, Vessier is going to win his first win of his career. Vessier wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. That is absolutely fantastic there from Vessier. Really well done indeed then, and that is very, very impressive indeed. Up until today, Vessier's Vessier only ever had one podium, didn't he? But that is a magnificent performance there from Vessier. Really well done indeed. I'm sure he got third last time out in China, didn't he? So he's had 2 races in a row now where he's been on the podium with a third and now a first. And Vessier has finished off the season in incredible form. And he had a 3-second penalty as well, Vessier did. And it still won the race. And that is a statement of intent now for Vessier going on to next season. Magnificent stuff indeed then. And what an end it was to the season here in Bronze. As we just got the two Ferraris then coming across the line now. Jenner finishes 11th in the end. Then after that, at last, after sloppy seconds gets fast on drive. I think that sloppy seconds is 7th fastest lap of the season. So he's probably won the fastest lap award this season. Sloppy seconds has, with 14 for Diamond down, 15 for Winnie's. Commiserations to Sick as Mug as well, because he was very much in the thick of the action there before issues in that race as well. Great recovery, Mushroom there. Yes, Mushroom. I'll take that after that one there. Magnificent lead. Echo on 70%, Sick as Mug on 70%, 67% now from Vessier, which I think Echo there, brilliant drive from the back of the field. Vessier is first ever race win there, and 2 podiums in a row as well there for Vessier. Goodness gracious me. Remember Rosberg at the end of 2015, and it's really compelled him to the championship of 2016 there. This is the sign of things to come for Vessier on the next game. And for season 6 of bronze, that remains to be seen now, as I haven't got any crystal balls on me at the moment. But that is certainly going to be very interesting indeed, isn't it? But congratulations to Vessier, and it's another AlphaTauri win. Now, of course, we'll tally up those AlphaTauri wins over the course of the season, but they have been quite a lot there. As Vessier shutters me in his picture there, and for one final time, I'm going to go through the classification then from the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here in bronze. Vessier, great drive from 4th on the grid to 1st, and we're a 3-second penalty as well, commanded that race. Echo, great drive from 19th to 2nd today, brilliant stuff indeed. New Potato in 3rd, then that safety car may have robbed us of what could have been a classic battle between Vessier and New Potato. 4th position, Cirrus Mushroom there. Of course, Cirrus Mushroom ripped off his wing halfway through that race, a good recovery. Vintage, strong drive to 5th there with Marsky in 6th. Duncan Dave, strong drive to 7th. Kiki in 8th. Swanshine's getting some points, and Hassar on his debut here in 10th position there. Jin the champion in 11th there, 6th Muck 12. Solid seconds 13th. Dynamite down 14th. Witty in 15th position there. Retirements was Dylan, Itemizer, TK, and Scooby Stew, all retired then from the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And Vessier, I think, is in the box with me now. Vessier, what an incredible race you've had then. Of course, you had a podium last week, and now you've gone and won the race there. Goodness gracious me, you're on fine vessel at the moment. Talk to us about that race.
Yeah, I think I got a bit lucky with the safety car. Like, I think I would have had a battle with Irish Nude Potato. So that was a bit unfortunate for him. First stint, I really struggled on the hards. I took a click off the wing off for the mediums, and it really paid off. It was much more stable.
And my goodness me, as well, you took off it there in the second half of the stint, then, because you seem to be much more comfortable on the medium tires as well. Was that your? Did you think that if you ran the race differently, that safety car would have caught you out? Because that seems to have what happened with New Potato. Is that your thinking there?
Yeah, I think the hard runners were going to win at that race, unless Irish could have gone onto softs, but he pit too early, so...
And you had a third position, I think, in China last week, and now you've gone on to the win. Now you've gone on to win the race, and I compared you to Nico Rosberg at the back end of 2015, which propelled him to the championship in 2016. Am I getting a bit too ahead of my boots then for yourself there, or do you think that is that what you're aiming for next season? Are you aiming to be a championship contender?
Obviously, I'm aiming to be a championship contender. We'll see what the handling's like on this year's game, and then.
But with that win and in that third position, and do you feel now that now you've broken through that glass ceiling, and do you feel that you're now going to be much more comfortable at the front then, depending on whatever happens on next game? That's brilliant stuff. Well done today, Vestier. Brilliant drive as well. Brilliant drive to third position. Third position, first position. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then, and getting out that 3-second penalty was absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. What an incredible stint that was. New Potato finished third today, I believe it was. It got very cosy at the end there, Nude. I must say, between yourself and I think it was Jinner in the end. You two seem to come to blows at that quick left-hander at turn 10. And talk to us about that.
Ginner seemed to lost the rear, and they just come across in front of me, and it swerved to try and miss him, but I made contact, but there was no contact, and no, they had just lost the rears, and I couldn't avoid him, man. I thought it was the last lap, to be honest, and then across the line, I lifted off, I was like, Jesus, I've another lap here. I seen Echo had a 3.
That's really good to hear, then. But did you get damaged from that incident at the end between yourself and Jinner?
Yeah, yellow wing, front right. So,
and of course, Vestier touched on it a minute ago, where that safety car came out and really hand-strung you when you was very much putting in some quick laps to get yourself back up at the front. Then that safety car came probably the worst time for you.
Yep, because I had just put it and put on hards, and I sort of knew I had a good gap bolt, and I was like, could be safe cushion. I was worried about mushroom, but then the safety car came out, and I just went on through on mediums because I knew everybody was going to be running the mediums, and I'd have been just a sitting duck. So sacrificed a couple of positions, come out in fifth.
It certainly was. I was on for my feet up in this one. And of course, towards the end as well, then, towards the end as well, you got a third position this season. It didn't end too well then. With of course, you had a few technical gremlins out. I think for your wheel at one stage as well. But how would you think the season's been overall? Then, of course, I may have given you the commentator's curse because right at the beginning of the season, I said that you may be the man to be challenging for the championship. But in the end, I think you finished fifth. Disaster. Oh, no.
Disaster. Yeah, disaster. I can't get on to the handling of this game here at all. Struggling. Just struggling in corner speed and traction. But it's the way the game rules. Hopefully the next one will favour me a wee bit. And then as you touched base there, rig broke down for 3 or 4 weeks, I think it was.
Well, I must say though, hats off to you for sticking with it, because a lot of people have just called it a day. So that's really good stuff indeed. Then, yeah. So hopefully you'll be back then for next season. And of course, the same question with Vestier now smashing through that glass ceiling. Do you think?
Don't forget about me.
We'll end it there then, I reckon, because I always seem to give everyone the commentator's curse. So sorry, Vestier. And
yeah,
it's been fantastic. Well done today, New Potato. Brilliant stuff indeed for positioning. And then Echo, who finished second today. What a battling drive that was from 19th on the grid there. But of course, it seemed that the final sector there, where it's a very quick pace there seemed to be a lot of incidents there today. You and Sick as Muck was very close, having an almighty smash there. It was very cosy there. Talk us about that.
Yeah, got a bit of squeaky bum time, especially through the fast right-hander from the long left hairpin. We went side by side with a bit of contact, so don't know what's going on with that one now, if he's going to report it or not. And then going down to where the old Mickey Mouse chicane was, he went for a big dive bomb, managed to just about get out of the way of that one. So, but no, there was plenty of battles going on.
It's the first time we've raced on this configuration of circuit, and it seems to have improved the racing. Would you agree with that?
Oh, 1,000,000%. Especially now they've got rid of that horrible chicane. they've opened up the final sector as well to make it a bit more sweeping and more open.
And then of course going into next year as well for
miles
silver.
and
How are
miles
you
better.
feeling then? I was saying in the stream then. I apologise because here we go. Commentators go scared, but I've been saying on the stream then that I think that you're going to be a podium contender potentially. Am I selling you a bit short there, or do you or what is your aim for next season?
To not be relegated just in case I'm still here for F124. I'm hoping to get a PS5 by the end of the year, so I should be here for F124. But as long as I don't finish,
Really good stuff indeed. Well done to all you
bottom
guys
five,
today. Brilliant stuff, Ben. And that is going to be it now for me anyway, because I'm not going to hibernation then for 4 weeks. Well, I can't actually, because me and Knowles are actually taking a tour to all the guys that have got some trophies coming your way. So you'll see us on Saturday. Spoiler alert. Right, anyway, that's going to be it then for the stream tonight and for me, because I think the next time I'm going to be commentating is in Bahrain then for gold, then, which is going to be very exciting indeed. Of course, tomorrow night is the 100%, and it is the final time on F122 where ALR will be going racing then at the Temple of Speed. Then we'll see you tomorrow night where Nosey is going to take you through the action for that for one more time then. Goodbye.